Is a window that's very, very small. Sabihin ko na lang sa inyo, hindi ko na talaga panahon. It's no longer my time. Give it to somebody else na yung may gusto. Mahirap yung nandiyan ka na ayaw mo. Magtamad-tamaran ka. When I was mayor early on, I worked until midnight just going around the city, killing mosquitoes that were bothering the and rats all over.
Yes, sir, please.
I'm Sebastian Castro. I'm not here representing a company, I'm just representing myself. A lot of economists believe that one of the most efficient ways to tackle poverty, to really have more structural change, is land reform. When it comes down to it, the agriculture sector still is the biggest sector of our economy. At least it employs the most people, right? You have tens of millions of people who are poor farmers who do not own the land they work on. And that's been the way it has been for so long, which is just a mirror of the overall picture that we still live in a country where the power and money and wealth is still in the hands of a very select few. So my main question is, will you do anything about land reform, meaningful land reform?
I will try to figure out if it's still needed an extension. It has expired, the law on land reform. If ever I would reinstate it, I would not go for a thing just like giving them 2 hectares. Because most of the lands given to the beneficiaries, would you believe it? About 85% of those given to the farmers, tenants, are back in the hands of the landlords. The land reform was really a faulty one. Unless you supply the farm implements, give them the fertilizers, the seedlings, and even assure them of the market, because a competition of importation would really kill them. Even at great prices na lang, even at that, just figure out how much you can buy from them to be sure that the produce are sold. You know, with the coming of the ASEAN economic, I don't know how much tariff now. It's a very, very low, 3. Maybe the time will come, it will be 0. It's a free trade actually for all. But that kind of a system is only good for the highly industrialized countries. Now remember that the Philippines is an agricultural country. Economy natin based on agriculture. We'll have to do some protective measures, not even safety nets. You'll have to just say to them, you know, guys, you'd kill my countrymen. And I can only accept so much. Eh, kung mag-i-import ka, tapos mas murang-mura, patay yung Pilipino. We can talk of something else, about the China problem. But then again, this is not really to, you know, with the Americans, with due respect. That problem in the South. Let me rumble on, because very important for you. Anong China Sea? We cannot fight the Chinese. America will not die for us. I am very sure of that. As a matter of fact, they're already talking somewhere about closer ties. But the posturings in the South China Sea is something which has irritated the Chinese. Eh kasi yung mga maneuver military, and they would ask, to whom are you directing your maneuvers? To Vietnam? Which is just in front of us in the West. Obviously, it's against the Americans. But the Americans they have a broken spirit right now. The class hatred, the color, has emerged again, rear its ugly head. And this is something which cannot be done publicly doon sa kanila. But we know that the problems of America are multiple. 2 of them prominently is there's a class, a race hatred now. It's growing. The Confederates of the South are really adamant about the freedom of what? To talk, to fly the flag. And America is deathly afraid of terrorism. The last thing that really would do is to go into a quarrel. And even in the Europe, it's losing its grip. About the Ukraine, nothing except criticism. Now Greece is being paneled by EU, withholding aid, and Merkel of Germany seems to be standing hard. And the problem ganito, with the coming of Russia who offered to give them gas, fuel, and the 10 trillion of the Chinese, and he would just say, I'll buy your debt. Then you can grow and I'll give you the space of maybe 10 years to pay us. There's a growing hegemony in Europe and in Africa in favor of the Chinese and Russians. That's how it is. That's how I see it. Itong Greece na to, pag talagang sipa nila, pupunta yan China. And China would say, good. How much? 32 billion? I'll pay it. I'll give you 15 years to repay. So that is how dangerous the world is today. Russia is bristling with weapons. And they have, I feel that they have reached the parity in arms. Kaya takot ang Amerika eh. Alam mo kasi, if the Americans really wanted the influence in Southeast Asia, they could have destroyed right at the beginning the airport and the islands now that are being built around. Noon pa sana inupakan, takot talaga ang Amerika. But that's to assure the Filipino spirit and the rest of the ASEAN, they go into maneuvering business.
Good afternoon, Mayor. My name is Patrick. I'm a student from De La Salle University, and I'm also interning at the U.S. ASEAN Business Council. I'm tired of the atrophy in our government, and my question is, how will you inspire public servants on a national level to bring the best kind of service or top quality service to our Filipino people and bring back trust in our government?
You know, earlier on sa pagka-mayor ko, in my inaugural speech, the first sentence is, I hold it an article of faith that no progress and development in this city will come if we have done not law and order. Sabi ko, we have to have peace to enable the money from the pockets of the investors to come in. Pag wala talang patayan tayo, you kidnap the bank manager, sabi ko, patay. Kaya the best antidote kasi dyan is really to create an environment where the human being with so much talent can function. There has to be law and order to inspire people to even to join politics. Marami kasing Filipino talented, but they disdain public service because of corruption.
There's another one here. Yes, sir, please.
Pepe Galvez, private citizen. Mayor, I believe you have a sincere and caring heart, because otherwise you would not have been able to do the kind of change and improvement you did in Davao. In fact, I believe that your sincere and caring heart goes beyond the love, wishes, and the whims of your spouse and your other women or whatever. So what is it really that would trigger you to run and be willing to serve our country and our people?
You mentioned about my women. Ikaw, ilang iyo? Okay, kung isa lang, kawawa ka naman. Ay, kawawa ka kung gano'n. I pity you. I cannot survive with one. Pag inaway mo yan, tabla ka na yung araw na yan. Alam mo talaga, ako it's too cavalier fashion ako kasi hindi ako interesado eh. That's why I can really mouth whatever I want to say. You know, kagaya noon sa nila, pinapatay ko, tapos human rights. Sabi ko, so be it. If you have the goods on me, file the case. But I have a job to do and I will do it, whatever it is.
Yes, sir. Please state your
Good
name.
afternoon. I am Jay Season from San Beda before your time.
Yes, sir.
This is a problem that I know you are concerned because up to now, your city has not received its rightful share of the IRA, which is provided under the Constitution to be given to local governments automatically. Now, will it take you to be president to be able to give all the local governments autonomy in the sense that they receive their 40% share of all internal revenue taxes collected by government?
That's the reason why we should go to federalism.